Hello YTP Pipers, Double O Pipe here, aka Rick. It's been a long time since I've done one of these. I don't know why. I haven't been smoking my pipe. I guess that's part of it. I have I have to read it every time. My Rossi Sera, S-E-R-A, and in it I have Captain Black Royal, which has been in the back room jarred up since February 12th, 2023. We have a thunderstorm coming up. I don't know if you can hear that in the background. Well, I don't know that I have much to say other than I wish I had done another one of these earlier than this. But, well, maybe that's one of the reasons I can't keep this blooming thing lit. That's not bad, that Captain Black Royal. Most of my mix that I made for the Create a Mix for Pallet and Pipers Doohick, I put in a Carter Hall tub back there and closed it up and taped it up and decided I would just leave it for a while. And like this, pick it up a bit later. Pretty mild. This Captain Black Royal. Has an overall rich taste to it. Full-bodied. LSMFT type thing. Yeah, that's something good to come back to after putting the pipe aside for weeks. And I have a beverage. Black and tan. I have not been doing anything these last few weeks. I found a couple of things on the internet that show movies from the 50s, 60s, and 70s, all free. And I've been going back watching those. One that Clyde and I went to a long time ago was Son of Paleface. I don't know if anybody's familiar with that. Roy Rogers, Bob Hope, and I can't remember the singer's name now. She was the woman that was in The Outlaw by Howard Hughes, where he constructed a bra that showed off her humongous breasts. And she was a singer, and I can't, my mind is just slipping away from me. Just watch it go out the window. But anyway, Clyde and I went to see that. We saw a movie back in those days where one of the actors did something, hurt himself on his knee, and his statement all through the movie was, "Ooh, my knee." And Clyde and I just rolled on the floor over that. I don't know why. And I could have sworn it was from that movie, Son of Paleface, but it wasn't. Excuse me. And I don't know why it was so funny. We were just little kids. I guess that's why it was so funny. I don't know. Clyde and I saw quite a few movies together. Son of Paleface was one of them. Another one of them was Moby Dick. I believe we went to see The Left-Handed Gun, which was supposedly a movie about Billy the Kid, written by Gore Vidal. I don't know. Paul Newman played Billy the Kid. Last movie Clyde and I went to was Tombstone. I took him to see that because we both always enjoyed the Wyatt Earp story. Wasn't too long. Excuse me. Wasn't too long after that he passed away. He introduced me to alcohol as a teenager. And long before I was old enough to drink, there was this, he knew all the places in town where you could buy a bottle under the counter. And he would always drive up, he would sit outside, and he'd send me in. And I'd tell him what I wanted. I wanted a pint of such and such. And he'd put it in a brown paper bag and hand it to me, and I'd slide the money across the table. This was a newsstand on Wentworth Avenue, I believe, Charleston. There was a peanut stand in another street, and these were the places he went whenever the Red Dot stores were closed, because they closed at sundown. Supposedly, they opened at sunrise and closed at sundown. That the reason for the red dot, the rising and the setting sun, on the sign of every liquor store in town. How true that was, I don't know. But I figure that one place that we stopped that was the newsstand on Wentworth, I know that the guy knew Clyde really well. Because he saw his car outside, and that's why he would sell it to me, because I went there one time by myself. And it just happened that this was my birthday, and I was 18, I think, and at that particular time, 18, you could buy booze. And that guy behind the counter I'd been buying booze from for, I don't know, for at least 3 years, asked me for my ID card that particular day. And I thought that was funny because there was my proof I was of age that particular day. I don't know if he realized he had been, I'm sure he did, that he'd been selling that to me for years. Oh, geez. We wasted a lot of years drinking together. Get in the car and drive. We spent a lot of time on the road in his car. He loved to drive, and that's what we would do. Well, I quit drinking along the way somewhere. Can't remember when. And he didn't, naturally. So we kind of drifted apart after that, I'm sad to say. And I don't know what brought all that. I guess didn't really have anything to talk about. Just wanted to smoke a pipe, share a pipe, share a beverage. And just say hello. Sorry I haven't been on. Just not much to say. Been trying to kick myself in the butt to get some of these projects of mine going. I've got a canvas over here ready to be painted. I've got the drawing on it. Just can't seem to muster the, I don't know, courage, would it be? I haven't painted anything in years, so maybe it is courage, I don't know. And I still have been trying to draw this one person, and I cannot seem to capture his likeness at all. And I don't know why. I honestly don't know why. So anyway, so much for what I've been doing, which is pretty much nothing. We've had quite a bit of rain. At any rate, let me sign off. I'm just taking up your time for no reason at all. Please take care of yourselves. May God bless you. Till the next time. Bye-bye.